Hello everyone, Nick Rabar here. We're talking turkey. Happy holidays to everyone. I've got a few great tips to make your holiday season that much easier. This turkey here, I simply rubbed with salt, pepper, and thyme, cooked it to the proper temperature of 165 degrees, and I'm letting it rest. Before you carve, you've got to let your turkey rest. It's super important. It can go up to 30 or even 45 minutes. The inside is still going to be warm, but the outside is going to be so much easier to handle. It's going to let all those excess juices run out and also redistribute. It's going to make for a great bird. So you can cook it any way you want. Like I said, I simply roasted this. And now the most important part, the monumental moment. Everyone sort of remembers that head of the family carving the turkey. It's an image that's in all of our heads. They do it at the table. I'm going to tell you, don't do it at the table. It's so much more stressful. It's so much more added pressure. Take your turkey, carve it in the kitchen, put it on the platter, and present it that way. It's going to make your life so much easier. So, where to begin with this bird? Always, always, always start by removing the leg and the thigh. Simply by carving into it and pulling backwards, you're going to get into that beautiful dark meat, and you're going to keep going all the way down. Keep pushing. And what you're going to find as you continue to dig out is going to be the two bones that connect on the inside. Keep going, and bang, you see it right there. So you're not going to actually cut through the bone. You're going to cut through the joint. Now, two pieces here, the leg and the thigh. We're going to separate those in the exact same fashion. So getting in, you can see where that connects right there. So we're not going to cut through the actual bone. We're, again, going to cut through the joint. And it's just going to pop apart. And it's so, when the turkey is this moist, it's just going to pop right apart. And you can see again how that bone separates. Perfect. Onto the platter goes the first piece, and that's the leg. Serve that whole. Now, let's debone the thigh. Carve on down and follow that bone. This is all about the bird itself gives you a little blueprint. Follow the bones, and once you remove this thigh bone, you're going to have great accessible dark meat. And this technique is going to give you the most yield out of your turkey. So, once you have that, skin side, you can carve it. Go against the grain. Carve these perfect little pieces up. Beautiful. Now we've got our deboned dark meat, nice big pieces, and it's absolutely perfectly cooked. Nice and dark and moist, just amazing. We're going to repeat with the exact same technique, just on the opposite side. So, get in there. All right, being careful not to cut into the breast yet. And just pull away. See how I'm pulling and cutting all at the same time? It's going to expose it right for you. See that there? Pops right out. Now that is perfectly cooked. Slow and low is the key when you're cooking the turkey, and take your time carving. Don't worry about serving the turkey if it's a little on the room temperature side. Your gravy is going to compensate for that. So let's separate this out again. Again, pushing and cutting, pushing and cutting. See that? Snap right through the joint. Beautiful. Let's put our second leg on. Now, we're going to debone this in the exact same fashion. If you let your turkey rest, it will still be hot. You can still see steam coming off this, even 40 minutes later or so. But you can handle it so much more manageable. And dark meat in my house was always in high demand. This is going to get you a great yield. So now that this bone is removed, we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the exact same thing. The thigh has the majority of the dark meat. People will say dark meat is definitely the moister of the two cuts. I won't argue. Now you've got that perfect pile of ready to go dark meat. Perfect. Now, the wings, like everything else, follow the bone. And you can feel as I'm cutting, and it's popping. Carve and pop. Pull back. And there we have one of the two wings. And we'll do the exact same here. You know, following these simple techniques are going to make your life so much less stressful. And again, doing it away from the table is so important. I can't stress it enough. There's another picture perfect, beautiful wing. Now, the breast meat, I'm going to get in to the back. Now, using the tip of my knife, there's a plate bone in the middle. You're going to want to scrape down the bone. So, if you're removing this breast, you want to be on this side of the bone. If you're removing this breast, you want to be on that side of the bone. So important so you're not like, hey, why isn't my knife going? That bone will block you if you're on the wrong side of it. But as I'm carving this whole thing, leaving the skin on, and again, don't be afraid to let that baby sit, because you can see even 45 minutes of resting, how unbelievably warm that still is and how steam is still coming out. Look at that beauty. All right, we got that out. You're going to get to the end, and you're just going to go around the tip of the breastplate. Now, flip it over, leaving the skin on, and cut it into thick, beautiful pieces. And this will work with no matter what size turkey you have. See how I leave those skin on, nice, large pieces of breast, not too thin. It's not this shredded mess, and I'm going against the grain. When you look in there, you can see the lines are running one way, and I'm carving the other way. Look at those gorgeous turkey steaks. Just perfect. Leaving the skin on, we're going to take that gorgeous golden turkey breast, moist, warm, put it right on the platter. And we're going to repeat the exact same technique on the other side. Following that plate, now you can see it. You're on the opposite side. Go all the way down and just follow it. Just feel it. You know, put your knife against it. It will do all the work for you. And see that tenderloin right there? Such moist, delicious, tender turkey breast meat. The other side is a little harder because you lose some of the structure of the bird now that you're down to the bare bones. And let's do it again. Carving those perfect little turkey steaks. And you could just see that moisture everywhere in there. I mean, this is a great turkey. And what a simple method of carving. We'll put that right on the platter. And that is it. You're going to save the rest of your turkey. You're going to save the rest of your turkey. Just scrape it down, make some soup out of it, whatever little pieces. We'll throw a few herbs on there just for color. And that is a perfectly moist, beautifully carved turkey. Thanks everyone for watching. Happy holidays, and I hope this helps.